Hi guys, this is Wendy. So I'm on to show you, I think it's my last project that I've done for Auntie Vera for January 2020, and I just love how these turned out. These are the Matchbook style ephemera folders. So I will show you how I've made them in a minute, just quickly, because they are so easy to make and they just look absolutely gorgeous. And I'll just come in a little bit. Okay, so I have made 3 on this one here, and the papers I used, look at this, look how well I've organised today. I kept my little strips here so I could tell you what papers. They're all from the Maggie Holmes Heritage collection that Auntie Vera sent us, and I have used the album, the portrait and the daughter. So I've used these 3 different papers for the little folders, and each one just flips up like that, and inside I have just put in some of my handmade embellishments. So here are the flowers. The flowers are from the Kaiser Craft daisy die cut, and I've put a little saying on from the Tim Holtz, what's that one, Small Talk, Ideology Small Talk. I've decorated with some of my little laces and also some of my music sheet paper and just text paper. Now all the front images came from the Maggie Holmes Generations. That was a great big sheet, and it had all these awesome vintage style images on them. These ones are the houses. I used mainly the people on the front, so I've got that one there. I've got some fibres here, like an eyelash trim. I've put a little row of pearls from my supplies on them and just decorated them up, and a little bit of cheesecloth as well. Some coffee dyed paper on some of them. They're all been pretty much decorated the same, just a little bit slightly different. So this one here is be open to what comes next. So I've opened, so I'll open that one, and they're my handmade stamps that you would have seen me make in the last video. They are so easy to make and they look absolutely awesome. There's that one there, and then the ephemera in this one here is slightly different, but I have just placed in a heap of these stamped images from the Kaiser Craft Happy Days die cut and stamp set, and that's that front one and there. And I have these rings here, which I actually picked up at our Daiso store here on Tweed, Daiso, and I think for a packet of those, 13 in the pack, they're $2.80, like everything in the store is $2.80. And then I've just, on the side here, I've just added some pom-pom trim, some eyelash and just some other fibres down the side. So there's that one there. And I have more or less put all the same little pieces of ephemera in. So you open that one there and it's got that ephemera, and this says a dream is a wish your heart makes. And then this one here has got the stamped images and die cuts. Love with all your heart. And these just make really cute little gifts to send some of your ephemera in. This one, there is beauty in simplicity. I've got a little bit of my lace there and just a little offcut there from some decorative lace, and there's the stamps in that one. But when I send these out for Happy Mail, like if I receive something like that and I used what was inside, you could always just like pull this apart and use it as well. Like I would actually cut that off and put that in one of my vintage journals that I make and have it for like a pocket or a tuck spot, or even just for a decoration on the page. So you could do that with it as well. So there's that one, have an open heart. And then this one, hold on tight to your dreams. And that's the stamped images. And then this one here, live your dream with passion. I had so much fun just making these all up. It was just great, and I just think they just turned out wonderful. Okay, so all you need to make one, this is a piece cut from the Maggie Holmes Heritage Decades piece of pattern paper. So it's got this on, like the sheet's got this, oh here's the other side of it. So that's this side here, and then you can turn it over and it's got the grid on the other side. So if you've got a piece of pattern paper that you want it to stay upright when it's actually folded, what I do is turn my paper upside down. So this part here I know is going to be the bottom. That the back, you can always cover the back with something because the back will be upside down, but if you want the front piece to be the right way up, you just turn your paper upside down, your pattern paper. Okay, so all it is a piece that is 3.5 inches by 12 inches, and for the bottom you score it at 1 inch, then 6 1/4, then 6 3/4, and then 7 1/4. So when it's folded, the bottom will get folded up like that, and then where the 3 score marks are, you only fold the center score mark, because you don't really need the other two, but this one does come in handy for when you want to open it up. So when you open it up, you've got this little piece just here. Okay, so once I've got it cut and scored, I will just press these down a bit more where I have scored them, just there, the top and the bottom. So all I do now, I get my stapler and I'll just close that down, and then I'll just put one staple right in the center down the bottom. So this is making the matchbook part. So where you've put your stapler in, just make sure that you don't put it up too high. That's not going to allow this top cover to slip down in behind it, okay? And then just open it up all the way and grab some double-sided tape, which, come on Wendy, I just had it here right beside me somewhere. Oh, you've got to be kidding. really. Oh, there it is underneath that. Sorry, I found it. Okay, so I'm just going to put some double-sided tape on that first gap between the center score and the bottom score mark. So double-sided tape, and then I'll just fold that back over, because then that holds that top part just there for when it just flips open nicely. And then grab a hole punch and punch a hole just there. So that's more or less it to make the Matchbook Ephemera holder. And if you didn't like that being upside down on the back, you can always just put another picture there or something like that, okay? And then now you just decorate it, and you use these rings. If I can get one out. There we go. What size are they? These ones are the 20mm, and there's 13 pieces in there. So, and I always have trouble pulling it open the first time. There we go, that wasn't too much. And your rings just sit through the hole that you've made with your hole punch. Now it's not going to close up for me. And you can really put as many of these on your ring as you like. I just decided to do 3 like that, and then we just decorate it. So I will decorate it because it really doesn't take long. I have got one more picture here of a family, and the other ones are houses, so I'm going to use that, and I will just grab some music sheet paper and rip a bit of this, so let's have a look here, is that across there, some music sheet paper, maybe a piece of coffee dyed paper, so I'm more or less just showing you how easy this is to just decorate. Okay, and because I like to ink around my edges, that's just what I'm going to do on all of these. So I'm just going to ink my picture, my focal image, and ink around the edges for the coffee dyed paper as well as the music sheet paper. And then it's just a matter of gluing everything down. So I'll just put a bit of glue on here. I'm going to try and keep those glasses in shot there. Bit of glue on there. Okay, so bring that down to there, and I'm just thinking I might like to put a little bit of cheesecloth behind this image, so I'll just bring this out and cut off a piece. Okay, so I'll just put that down there first. And then put some glue on the back of the photo, the image, and put that just about there. Oops. And cut that up. Okay, so that will actually go under there, so that looks alright. Now I'll just grab, I've been using these, the small talk words, so I'll just get another one. I might grab one of the black ones. Here's a nice little saying, everything has beauty. These are so handy, these the Tim Holtz phrases, small talk, very, very handy. And because I do like to ink, I'll just go around this one. And I'll back that onto just a piece of scrap paper. And I do put some more glue on the back of these, only because I put my fingers all over it and I don't know if it's going to stick again. So glue that on there, cut this down, and just put a bit more ink around the edges, make it a little bit more vintage looking. And I'm going to place that, because you can see the stapler here, I'm going to place that over the stapler, but I think I might just put a little bit of trim, lace trim on here first. So just put a bit of glue down there, put that there, and some glue on the back here, and place, actually before I glue that down completely, I will grab some more cheesecloth, because I do love my cheesecloth. It just gives it that little bit extra something. Okay, so place that just there. Now I'll put this saying on. And that can go just right there. Okay, so that looks so pretty, and I just hope that I have been in shot all the time. Sorry if I haven't, guys, goodness Wendy. Okay, and just for something else, I have some of this eyelash trim, like a loopy eyelash trim, and cut a little piece off there, and I might put that a little bit up higher up here. I might put it just along here. And we'll glue that down there. Like, you can decorate it however you want. You don't just have to have it like in vintage. But I just thought these images from that Generations paper, they were just crying out to say, vintage me, vintage me. And I actually might put a little row of the pearls on somewhere too, just for something different. I'll just cut a little piece off and see where I want to place that. I think just up there, that'd be nice too. Or actually, it looks nice down there as well. No, I'll put it up the top here. So I just kind of pull my eyelash trim over to that side and just put down another row of glue. And just place the little bead of pearls up there. Okay, so that's what it looks like decorated. Now I've got some bags here. These bags I pick up from my home shack, and they are about 3 inches wide. Well, what are they? They're 8mm by 14mm. Pardon me. And I was just thinking what I can put in here just to show you. I'll just grab some of these stamped images. So just to finish off this little folder, and this back part here rips up and you fold that over there. Now I have been putting them in so that I'm going to put the tape up on the folded part there, so that when it goes into the book you can easily just lift it up and open them up that way. So grab my double-sided tape and put some double-sided tape at the back up the top there. Wow, that was a bit crooked, but that's okay. And peel that off and open this up to there, and just place my little plastic envelope up there, so that if you wanted to get into it, all you have to do is just open up the bottom here, and then you just close it up like that. And how cool does that look? Pardon me. They just turned out so awesome, and like I said, you can decorate it however you want. I just chose to do the vintage because of that Generations paper sheet. So that's it, and I just think that they just turned out awesome, and I really can't wait to get together my first lot of Happy Mail to send for this year. Please don't forget to go over and check out Auntie Vera Scrap and Craft. I know she has got quite a few new things in her store, and the main things that I have used in my projects for January, they're all discounted too, so you get some really, really good bargains. Okay, you all have a great day, and I'll catch you later. Bye bye.